beautiful little off-cutter there. There's a lot of purchase. It's come back very hard. And a lot of disappointment there for Holt. Again, you probably weren't expecting it to move that much straight up. And he's on his way.
Forward to see the replay there. Wicket, first ball, Holt jumped for pace. Just jagged back in between bat and pad, playing from the crease. That ball was too good, and the perfect start in the second over to Mahmood.
Yeah, beautiful use of the fingers there, dragging back on the seam, allowing that off-cutter to come right back and knock the bails off.
So we see a slip come into play. It's going to be Tegan Wiley.
Huge wicket.
Slip in play. Deep square leg, deep third. The two fielders out.
11 রানে 1 উইকেট চলে গেছে পার্থ
Heel from the crowd. I think there was a little bit of bat in that as the ball just slid onto leg stump while he's off the mark. But it's been a promising start from Mahmood.
Yeah, he's got to be going for him. Charges in. Great use of the seam. And if they can pick up Wiley early, it's going to make a massive difference. Goodwin's obviously made a good start here. Just working it down to the leg side there.
To take a step down.
12 রান 1 উইকেট 1 ওভার 2 বল.
Lucky to just get a little bit of an inside edge there. Otherwise, that would have been adjacent. Goodwin, left hand. Defended to short cover. Bit of a wild throw back to the keeper, but no damage done. Will Goodwin continue his aggressive approach?
Yeah, even at this early stage, you can see the Scorchers have made a point of making sure that they use the crease and move around a little bit more. We were critical potentially of the Bangladesh team for staying at home and not really being too creative, not really giving themselves some room until that last little burst, but they're being very proactive as the batters.
This is full outside of stump. No run. So Hassan Mahmood has represented the Bangladesh national team, despite being a still young, promising prospect. Has the wickets of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli to his name. Back of the length, punched to short cover for no run. Excellent start from Hassan Mahmood.
Certainly a good way to boost the resume, dismissing those couple of names.
There's two you want, they're probably pretty high on the list.
Yeah, he's ticked those boxes very early.
So, with the absence of Ripan Mondal, a lot will rest with Hassan Mahmood tonight, the strike bowler for the Bangladesh, as they look to claim their second win in their third match. Another dot to finish. Super tidy start. One off from Mahmood. The score is now 1 for 12 with 2 overs gone.
Yeah, great over there. Just what they needed after a little bit of an expensive over, even though the first over was quite well bowled with a big 6. It ended up making it an expensive one. But now they've managed to swing it back 1 for 12 after 2. They'd be pretty happy with that at this stage. Runs on the board. They just need to continue to take wickets. Mentioned Teague Wiley being a key wicket. coming off some runs, the highlight being his 67 off 50 balls.
Yeah, it was an outstanding catch yesterday to dismiss him. He helped the ball, looked like four for all money before short fine leg grasped it with an outstretched hand. Here is Wiley. Chowdhury comes into the attack, the left armour. It's full on leg stump. Helps the leg side forward two. Interesting that they decided to take Hassan off. He looks promising after that sixth first ball from Goodwin. So the left armour Chowdhury was a little bit erratic in last night's performance against Nepal. He was entrusted with closing out the innings. This time he's got the new ball. Down the leg side, a spirited appeal, particularly from the wicketkeeper Sohan. He really liked it. Umpire Simon Burns unmoved. They definitely liked it there, Bangladesh. Always hard when bat and thigh pad are close together. Thigh pad has a very similar sound. On replay, I'm not giving that out.
Yeah, no, I think he's made the right decision there. As enthusiastic as the Bangladesh boys are, I don't think he's hit that one.
Outside off stump. Is there an edge on that one? Half an appeal. Tegan Wiley beaten outside off stump. Chowdhury looking to swing this new ball, as we've seen so many left arm bowlers do over the years. Short in stature, able to skid that one through. That was an excellent delivery.
As we have a look at the replay now, just outside off stump, probably not quite a drivable length. Very good bowling.
Returns, punch back, and he is in the contest, eyeballing Tegan Wiley. We love to see that. Despite only having a modest total on the board, Bangladesh have come out full of energy.
Yeah, it's certainly not a practice match out here. This is a fair dinkum tournament. We love to see the competitiveness in the players. Everyone loves to win.
সবাই লাইক করে
We've got
দিবেন,
a game on
সবাই
here.
লাইক করে চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ প্লিজ।
The battle continues.
বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ, বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট
Tegan
দিয়েছে।
Wiley with a little bit of room stood in his crease and clobbered that through the offside for four.
Yeah, that was a powerful shot. Really strong in the crease, as you said. Never really looked like being anything other than a boundary. Just confidence.
18 রানে 1 উইকেট, 2
Let's
ওভার
have a look at
5
the replay
বল।
now.
পার্থ
Nice and still at the crease. Just short of a
124
length,
রানে
but
টার্গেট
just not
দিয়েছে
quick enough
বাংলাদেশ।
to be bowling that length and that width, and it's been put away as it should have been.
Oh, Chowdhury beaten Tegan Wiley. Chowdhury's just shown an ability to take the ball away from the right-hander. It's a unique skill set for a
প্লিজ
left-arm
প্লিজ
bowler.
প্লিজ যারা যারা লাইভ দেখতেছেন প্লিজ লাইক করে দিবেন, লাইক করে দিবেন এবং পাশাপাশি লাইভটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। 18 রানে
Creating
পার্থ
chances.
24 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে।
Yeah, I think so. I like
আজকের
the way
খেলা
that they've mixed the
বাংলাদেশ
bowling up. I
বনাম
think
পার্থ
there's been a bit of a trend in
12তম
recent times to actually
টি-20
bowl
ম্যাচ।
bowlers for shorter spells, sort of bowling for an over here and over there. If they can actually settle quickly, it's a really good tactic.
This one's heaved onto the leg side. Well timed from Goodwin. He'll help himself to another boundary as the
Four
ball
mere dilo,
trots over the
Patho.
boundary line. Just straying onto the pads there, Mahmood. He had protection at the square. The ball was a little bit full. Goodwin was able to find the gap for his second boundary.
Yeah, looked pretty strong off his legs there. If you're going to bowl that straight, you probably just need to be having some protection there. At the moment, they've obviously only got the 2 out. Got someone at deep square leg and also down at third man.
Mahmood. Round the wicket. This one's straighter, half an appeal. Looks like that will be a leg by to bring Wiley back on strike.
22 রানে 1 উইকেট, 3 ওভার 1 বল। পার্থ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে আজকের খেলায়। বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ টি20 12তম ম্যাচ আজকে। বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ 124 রান 9 উইকেট। বাংলাদেশ টার্গেট দিয়েছে। পার্থ স্কোর 23 রানে 1 উইকেট, 3 ওভার 2 বল।
Deep square leg, a slip and deep third. This one's full again. Straight to mid-on for a single. Ball really cannoning off the bat of Tegan Wiley. You can see why he's so highly regarded and underrated. Just at the age of 18 already with a lot of experience at domestic level.
Yeah,
24 রানে 1 উইকেট, 24 রানে 1 উইকেট, 3 ওভার 3 বল।
Mahmood continues.
সুন্দর খেলছে বাংলাদেশ। আজকে জিতাই যায়, কালকে বাংলাদেশ বনাম নেপাল। বাংলাদেশ জিতছে।
A run rate required of 6 and over, very manageable for the Perth Scorchers. Phase 2 can continue for any period of time.
Yeah, this partnership's key. They both look pretty comfortable at the moment. Not a lot of risk needed to be taken.
প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। প্লিজ চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে একটা করে লাইক করে দিবেন প্লিজ। সুন্দর ফিল্টার বাংলাদেশ।
Remaining in the power play, but I guess the
বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ। বাংলাদেশ টার্গেট দিয়েছে 124 রান 9 উইকেট। এখন পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। পার্থ একটা অস্ট্রেলিয়া 500 প্রতি দেশ, নতুন দেশ। এখন ব্যাটিং করতেছে পার্থ। স্কোর 25 রানে 1 উইকেট, 3 ওভার 5 বল। সবাই একসঙ্গে একটা করে লাইক করে দিই এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিই চ্যানেল। সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিই।
While he advances, it's over cover. He's got enough on that.
4
Ball checks in the outfield.
কিন্তু
They'll
না,
think about a third.
ঠিকই দিয়েছে।
They'll make it
গুড
comfortably.
ফিল্ডার বাংলাদেশ, সোনার হরিণ।
Yeah, probably the fact that it was the last power play probably meant that he was thinking, yep, if it's up, I'm going. Whereas now the field will change, as will the tactics of the batting team.
Saw Bangladesh lose wickets early in their batting innings, but it's just been noticeable the added elements
আজকের
of
খেলা
intent
বাংলাদেশ
that the Perth
ব্যাস
Scorchers have
পার্থ
come out with in their innings.
অস্ট্রেলিয়া একটা 500 প্রতিক্রিয়া দেশ। 28 রানে 1 উইকেট। পার্থ 4 ওভার শেষ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে। 124 রান 9 উইকেট বাংলাদেশ টার্গেট দিয়েছে। এখন ব্যাটিং করতেছে পার্থ। 28 রানে 1 উইকেট, 4 ওভার শেষ। সুন্দর ফিল্ডার বাংলাদেশ। বাংলাদেশ সোনার হরিণ। গতকালকে ম্যাচে নেপালকে হারিয়ে দিয়েছে বাংলাদেশ। প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ, একটা করে লাইক করে দিবেন প্লিজ।
Returns the ball to the keeper.
Mixing the bowling up is, as I said earlier, just an interesting tactic. If you can actually hit the line straight away, then it's a great thing, but you also need the bowler to settle.
If you've just joined us, Jaden Goodwin hit his first ball to Hassan for 6 straight over mid-on before Hassan was able to respond and spin some balls past him. This one's slid on with the arm. Looked to be going down leg. We know that the Bangladesh side is spirited. Claimed one early wicket, and they will be hoping they can add to that tally.
29 রানে এক
with their appeals, which is
উইকেট,
good. It's good for cricket.
4 ওভার 3 বল।
Full tosses hit out to mid one for one. No, I love the vibrancy and the flavour that the international teams have brought to this competition, not only on field but off field as well. We saw an outstanding crowd for the Bangladesh-Nepal game at DXC Arena. I had a look at the Cricket Australia YouTube channel this morning, and over 600,000 views of that game from last night.
সুন্দর খেলতেছে বাংলাদেশ, সুন্দর খেলতেছে আজকে।
Yeah, T20 cricket has certainly made it more accessible to a lot more countries, hasn't it? It's meant that we can expose the game to new audiences.
And Darwin is the perfect place to do that, being on the Asian corridor, playing this fantastic tournament in Australia's winter. We've seen it grow season on season. Bangladesh made the final last year before being beaten by
132 রান, 1 উইকেট, 4 ওভার 5 বল। পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে, 9 উইকেট।
Wiley's again able to help himself to two. So they've been able to find the boundaries, but also hit the sweepers hard, hit it left or right with enough pace to get back for two. It just makes such a difference as opposed to the dots and ones that we regularly saw throughout the Bangladesh innings.
Yeah, they've ticked all the boxes, haven't they? They've managed to find the boundary. They've managed to hit a six. They've got lots of singles, and now they're starting to work the twos as well. So they're thinking about all different ways of scoring, which shows good cricket IQ.
So as you can see on the bar chart there, Bangladesh were really saved by that last over of the innings, scoring 20 off that, while the Perth Scorchers are ahead of the required rate. Hit hard by Goodwin. Mid-off comes around. He'll be able to collect for just the single. Rakabal Hassan comes into the attack from the airport end, and he will be crucial if Bangladesh is able to find their way into this match. He's an experienced campaigner, well last night, taking a 3 for 18 against the ball. This one's flighted, gets to fine leg quickly, is unable to prevent the single. Rakbal Hassan, one of the members of this Bangladesh side who's returning to the top end series. Bowling to Goodwin now. Advances and bowls. There he is, into the game. And what a celebration.
আবারও আউট হয়ে গেল, আবারও আউট হয়ে গেল, পার্থ আবারও আউট হয়ে গেল।
Hassan, he's beaten and deceived Goodwin, who looked to advance down the wicket before the ball cannoned into his stumps.
36 রানে 2 উইকেট, 5 ওভার 3 বল। পার্থ আবারও আউট হয়ে গেল একটি।
And he's pulled it in nice and a little bit shorter, got the turn and knocked over his pegs. That was beautiful.
ধন্যবাদ বাংলাদেশ টিম, সোনার হরিণ গোল্ডেন টিম, থ্যাংক ইউ বাংলাদেশ। গতকালকের ম্যাচে নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে পার্থকে হারিয়ে উপরের দিকে উঠে যাবে বাংলাদেশ।
To leave the field with 17 from 17.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like a lot more runs, but I think he's shown enough just from the 17 balls today that he's got a fair bit to work with. I think the Scorchers will love to have him as part of their group.
So that wicket brings the captain, Sam Fanning, to the crease. Experienced player. Hasn't been able to trouble the scorers too much.
36 রানে 2 উইকেট, ওভার 3 বল পার্থ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছেন।
Able to find a single first ball.
Yeah, they're right in the game here. Obviously, a couple of pretty important wickets here. If they can pick up a couple more here, then you'd almost say Bangladesh are on top. It's going to be an interesting 4 or 5 overs coming up.
প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ। জমির অফিসিয়াল প্লিজ চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, একটা করে সবাই লাইক করে দিবেন। বাংলাদেশ ম্যাচ যেন জিতে যায়। গতকালকে নেপালকে হারিয়ে বাংলাদেশ আজকে পার্থর সাথে লড়তেছে। 124 রানে 9 উইকেট টার্গেট দিয়েছে। বর্তমান পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে 38 রান 2 উইকেট 5 ওভার 5 বল। সুন্দর খেলতেছে বাংলাদেশ। 6 ওভার শেষ, 38 রান 2 উইকেট 6 ওভার শেষ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে। বাংলাদেশ পার্থকে 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেটে। বর্তমান পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে 38 রানে 2 উইকেট 6 ওভার শেষ। প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ, একটা করে লাইক করে দিবেন প্লিজ। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আমাদের বাংলাদেশ সোনার হরিণ গোল্ডেন টিম আজকেও জিতে যাবে।
On strike. Works mid on. They look for 2. That's great running. We didn't see that type of pressure on the deep fielders in the first innings. Sam Fanning, captain, showing his leadership. He was quick out of the blocks, turned hard, immediately called yes, gave it the full dive to make his ground. Shy from the fielder was a little bit wide. Tegan Wiley's just gone about his business to make his way to 20 off 16. Scores already on 40.
সুন্দর খেলতেছে বাংলাদেশ, সুন্দর খেলতেছে।
Fanning traditionally has been a opening
141 রান 2 উইকেট 6 ওভার 2 বল। পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ। অস্ট্রেলিয়ান একটা পার্শ্ব প্রতিক্রিয়া দেশ।
Fires that one down leg side. Umpire Simon Burns signals wide. This one's worked out fine for a single. So just as a point of comparison, it wasn't until the 8th over the Bangladesh side was able to reach 40 runs.
গেম বাংলাদেশ জিতবে। হ্যাঁ বাংলাদেশ জিতবে ভাই, আজকেও বাংলাদেশ জিতবে। কালকে নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে বাংলাদেশ পার্থর সাথে লড়তেছে, আজকেও বাংলাদেশ জিতবে।
Fielder elected to go with one hand, fumbled, but luckily the batters had already decided against taking the second run.
They're going to have to look for some wicket-taking deliveries. They're not going to be able to restrict them.
44 রানে 2 উইকেট 44 রানে 2 উইকেট পার্থ এখন ব্যাটিং করতেছে। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেটে।
Just the single.
Fourth time this pitch has been used, so there's definitely a bit there to work for the bowlers.
Almost a round delivery there from Saif Hassan, trying to see if he can find any purchase out of this wicket.
45 রানে 2 উইকেট 7 ওভার শেষ 46 রান 2 উইকেট 46 রানে 23 off 19 7 ওভার শেষ। বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ অস্ট্রেলিয়ান একটি পার্শ্ব প্রতিক্রিয়া দেশ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানের টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেটে। এখন পার্থ
It's a really good cricket wicket, really, to be honest. Like, as a curator, you certainly wouldn't mind the ball moving sideways. What you don't want is it going up and down, and we haven't seen too much of that. It's been very much sideways movement from the spinners and also the seamers.
While he works Raqibal Hassan to the onside.
Happy just taking the singles at the moment. Going okay with the run rate. There's no need to take any risks. A couple of experienced cricketers for a squad like this. Been in this situation many times before.
47 রানে 2 উইকেট, 7 ওভার 1 বল। বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ।
First sweep comes out and a given.
আবার একটি উইকেট পড়ে গেল।
He's claimed his second.
আবার একটি উইকেট পড়ে গেল। আবার একটি উইকেট পড়ে গেল। সোনার হরিণ বাংলাদেশ গোল্ডেন টিম, ধন্যবাদ। অনেক সুন্দর খেলতেছে। গতকাল নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে পার্থের সাথে লড়তেছে। দেখা যাক রিভিউতে কি দেখা
He looks like
যায়।
he's disappointed with himself rather than the decision there. I was just saying they didn't need to take any risks, and I'm sure the young cricketers would say that they know those shots. They don't see that any different to playing a forward defence. But for a delivery like that on the stumps at this stage of the game, when you know what you're chasing, it doesn't necessarily. I don't see the point in playing that shot. I'd just be
মনে
pushing it
হচ্ছে
down.
আউট দিয়ে দিবে একদম।
Get off strike,
মিডিল
get yourself
স্টাম্প
in.
লেগ আউট।
There's not a lot to be gained
আউট
from
হয়ে
playing a
গেছে, আউট
cross
দিয়ে
bat shot at this
দিয়েছে,
stage of
আউট
the
দিয়ে
game when you're already
দিয়েছে।
2
তিন
down.
উইকেট শেষ। পার্থ
Certainly high risk. Raqibal Hassan showing he was able to spin the ball with that wicket of Jaden Goodwin, and again was able to create a little bit of
47
purchase.
রানে 3 উইকেট, 7 ওভার 2 বল খেলতেছে পার্থ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেটে। আজকেও বাংলাদেশ জিতবে।
And you sense the belief in the Bangladesh outfit. Joel Curtis to the crease now. He was composed in yesterday's match. He's able to find the gaps and time the ball sweetly at 30 off 31.
Bangladesh supporters have found some voice, sensing they're right in this match.
47 রান 3 উইকেট, 47 রানে 3 উইকেট, 7 ওভার 3 বল। পার্থ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে। বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ 12তম টি20 ম্যাচ চলতেছে। গতকাল নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে পার্থর সাথে লড়তেছে বাংলাদেশ সোনার হরিণ গোল্ডেন টিম। ধন্যবাদ বাংলাদেশ গোল্ডেন টিমকে। 48 রান 3 উইকেট পার্থ, 7 ওভার 4 বল।
Sweep, another strong appeal, this time denied by umpire John Ganane.
দেখা যাক রিভিউতে কি দেখা যায়। মনে হচ্ছে এবারও একটা উইকেট যাবে। দেখা যাক রিভিউতে কি দেখা যায়।
For the contest here, and this match is evenly poised.
Again, getting a little bit funky there. High risk, high reward. Let's see how they go with this tactic.
খুব সুন্দর ফিল্ডার করতেছে বাংলাদেশ।
Yep. Steve, I feel Raqibal Hassan holds the key for Bangladesh. If I'm the Perth Scorchers, I'm just seeing him off, trying to reduce the damage. He's already got
প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ। উপরে সাবস্ক্রাইব লেখা আছে, প্লিজ চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব দিয়ে দিবেন প্লিজ। একটা করে লাইক দিয়ে দিবেন প্লিজ।
You just need to be playing smart cricket, get through, even if it does only cost you 3 or 4 per over, that's okay, because you can score runs off the other guys. They're only chasing a little bit more over on a ball, which in modern day T20 cricket, that's not too hard to do. When you've got the fielding restrictions and you've got plenty of space out in the outfield, you can work the twos, you can work the ones that we've spoken about earlier.
50 রানে 3 উইকেট পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। 8 উইকেট শেষ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে।
72 balls. It should be comfortable going for the Scorchers if they're smart here.
Bowling change. We'll see the introduction of pace again. Ahmed. Curtis advances. Little inside edge. Will just be the single out to backward square. But another sign of intent.
Yeah, they're certainly batting positive.
Not letting the bowlers settle is such a crucial element to T20 cricket, and I think that's maybe what, when the Bangladesh side reflect on their batting unit, you think of how Hussain went about his innings. They let the bowlers dictate terms to them.
51 রানে 3 উইকেট, 8 ওভার 1 বল শেষ। পার্থ
worked onto the onside, potentially two. They'll think about it. Curtis is quick. Throw goes to the keeper's end. Safely home. Again, Tegan Wiley able to find the gap and the placement to come back for a two. Must have done that 5 or 6 times now in his innings so far.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like getting out because he's batting smart here. He's working his twos. He's played a lot of cricket. He knows what he's doing. As I said earlier, he's been in this situation many times before. I don't think we're going to see him doing too many reverses or try and get big sixes over cow corner. He's just going to continue to work it around. He'd be happy to come off with 50 runs off 45 balls or 60 runs off 55 balls. He'd be very happy with that. Doesn't need to do it as quick as he did the other day.
A little bit of width.
53 রানে 3 উইকেট, 8 ওভার 2 বল শেষ। পার্থ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে।
Plenty of voice from the Bangladesh camp, cheering their teammates on.
Had exceptional support from the Bangladesh community here in Darwin. This is again well timed. Mid-off, they set off immediately, really putting this Bangladesh fielding unit under pressure a couple of times now. They've hit it directly to fielders, set off and run. They've come back for seconds when the ball's been hit in the deep.
55 রানে 3 উইকেট, 8 ওভার 4 বল শেষ। পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। বাংলাদেশ 124 9 উইকেট টার্গেট দিয়েছে। প্লিজ যারা লাইভ দেখতেছেন প্লিজ সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, প্লিজ একটা করে লাইক করে দিবেন প্লিজ। বাংলাদেশ টিমের জন্য আজকে বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ 12তম টি20 ম্যাচ চলতেছে। গতকাল নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে পার্থর সাথে লড়তেছে বাংলাদেশ। সোনার হরিণ গোল্ডেন টিম বাংলাদেশ আজকে জিতে যাবে।
Yep, so they've already got the 6 off the over. Still another ball in their back pocket, ready to go. Has a bit of a look around. Looking to the leg side. Let's see what happens here.
Another single to close out the 9th over. First over from Tufail Ahmed is 7 runs. The score is now 3 for 57 after 9.
So Bangladesh now in a situation where they need to work out how attacking they can be with their field. They need to get a wicket here, but they also don't want to leak runs because otherwise the game will get away from them. So they're going to have to try and work out a bit of a strategy here, but where they're going to get a catch.
লাইক করে দিবেন। আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে 9 উইকেট টার্গেট দিয়েছেন। পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে। 57 রান 3 উইকেট 9 ওভার শেষ।
Single down to mid off is Curtis.
Yeah, that was good batting, using his feet, no risk. Hit the ball hard down for an easy single.
Wiley does elect to paddle sweep again. This time he's able to make contact. Ball goes fine for a single.
So they've got a catcher at short cover and mid-wicket. They're probably the best bet in terms of getting a catch in front of the wicket.
That's why a dot to mid-wicket.
Also cutting off those singles there, trying to build a few dots, build a bit of pressure.
Dot again. Throws the ball back into the wicketkeeper. But it's just slightly out of his grounds after advancing that delivery.
প্লিজ কে কোথা থেকে লাইভ দেখতেছেন প্লিজ সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন চ্যানেলটাকে প্লিজ।
3 consecutive dots as Raqib Hassan continues to build pressure, but as we mentioned, they might be happy just to see him out without any further damage.
Yeah, I think they've got the memo. They've realised that they don't need to score all the runs off him. He's bowling very well.
Outstanding figures of 2 for 9 as he looks to finish his third over. This one was quicker into the wicket, work to the leg side, and again, brilliant placement, great running. They seem to have an excellent understanding, this pair, both exceptional athletes.
61 রান 3 উইকেট 10 ওভার শেষ। পার্থ ব্যাটিং করতেছে, বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ আসছে 12তম টি20 ম্যাচ চলতেছে। বাংলাদেশ 124 রান 9 উইকেটে টার্গেট দিয়েছেন।
Smart running, as you said, there's some good athletes in this side. I've walked past all the teams at different stages, being out on the ground, and yeah, these guys in particular, the Scorchers, they've got 6'3" blokes and look like they could be at the Olympics. Some of them, they're very, very strong, fit, and agile, which is obviously a great quality to have in T20 cricket.
Undoubtedly. Tegan Wiley on strike.
Oh no.
Non-striker and bowler collide. The ball got through. They come through for a single. Steve, something to give our Bangladesh fans some hope. Yesterday, the Perth Scorchers were 3 for 76, chasing 111. Moments later, they were 8 for 100. So there was a collapse yesterday. If they can just take another wicket or two, they can put this middle order under pressure again. There is the reverse sweep, and that is smashed out to backward square. What a shot from John Curtis. Exceptional skill as he went down on one leg, slapped that backward of point. There was a deep cover, but there was too much pace for him to come around.
Yeah, Hassan's a little bit hittable in terms of the reverse. Figures now of none for 22 off his 2.2, so a lot less risk at this end. Beautiful shot.
This time advancing to use his crease throughout his innings. Just a single on this occasion.
Yeah, very much as we spoke about, they're targeting one end to score their runs, and the other one, they're happy to see him off, which is very, very intelligent batting.
Another single to Wiley. Raqib Hassan has 1 over of his 4 remaining. Are you using it now, Steve, or are you holding it back?
I'd be using it now. I think it's you can't let the game get away from you. I'd possibly try and bring a catcher in.
Curtis hard out to the cover sweeper.
It is a risk that you'll lose him and the game will move on, but I think ultimately if they don't do something now, the game's going to get away. The run rate's now
69 রান 3 উইকেট 10 ওভার 5 বল। পার্থ বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ আজকের খেলা। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে। আবারও একটি উইকেট, আবারও একটি উইকেট। শাবাশ বাংলাদেশ, শাবাশ সোনার হরিণ, গোল্ডেন টিম বাংলাদেশ।
But a much needed wicket as Bangladesh stay in this contest.
69 রানে 4 উইকেট, 11 ওভার শেষ।
Did appear to stay a bit lower, which we haven't seen a lot of so far. The pitch has played pretty true in terms of up and down. We just have a look at the replay now. He might have chopped on, did he?
I think he must have.
Yeah.
Looked to be wide of the stumps, and then Wiley slashed at it with fast hands before the ball cannoned into middle stump.
Yeah, it's a combination of the two. I think there it's definitely stayed a bit lower, and he's got it on the bottom of the bat and chopped it back on. So he can probably consider himself a little bit unlucky there. And it's a huge wicket. Bangladesh right in this game.
Brings Nick Hobson to the crease.
আজকেও বাংলাদেশ জিতে যাবে 69 রানে 4 উইকেট, 11 ওভার শেষ।
Hobson, who combined for the majority of the runs. Hobson made 27 of 26. So he had a promising start and contribution. He's another player with plenty of Big Bash experience.
Yeah, probably best known for his heroics in the BBL 12 final against Brisbane with Cooper Connolly.
Yes, undoubtedly. I think we'll all remember those moments for many years to come. The moment that Hobson announced himself to Australian cricket fans. Here he is to face his first ball. Playing from the crease. Sun again, throwing back hard to the batter, and the umpire John Ganane is saying that's not what we want to be seeing. Has been a tightening in ICC regulations on that type of action.
11 ওভার 2 বল শেষ। পার্থ আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ, বাংলাদেশ 124 রান, টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেট।
And there can be repercussions.
Yeah, it's just common sense there, I suppose, isn't it? If you think you're a chance of getting someone run out, then fair enough, have a ping. But if not, then it really is unnecessary. There's probably a 50-50 one there, to be fair to the thrower. Did leave his crease briefly, but fair enough, the umpire steps in. Just a friendly reminder is always good.
Yes, no, good that they're showing their authority and keeping the match played in the right spirit, which we've seen throughout this top-end series. Paddle sweep goes fine. Curtis stumbles and falls over, so he may not be able to get back, but yeah, they would have had 3 had Curtis not had fallen over. Just lost his grip in the spikes there, but still able to come back for a second. And he's looked composed again, Joel Curtis. Looks like someone who knows his game well, is able to access various areas of the ground. Helps himself to another single.
Again, doing it pretty comfortably here now. Run rate not an issue. If these two can bat for a little while, they're going to take the game away.
Hobson is a powerful and aggressive player. Skews that one out to mid-off. Curtis again in and out of his crease, putting pressure on the mid-off fielder, who does well to keep it to 1. Scores now 4 for 75. Perth Scorchers need 49 from the 48 remaining deliveries.
Yeah, they certainly hold the upper hand with 6 wickets still in hand. A run of ball, the target. But there's enough there for the bowlers. So as we know, we've seen enough cricket to know that things can change quickly. If we get a couple more wickets here, we've seen the Scorchers collapse already in recent times. So Bangladesh would think they're right in this game.
It's going to be Hassan to continue after a short delay. The umpires have convened and look to be having a look at the ball, whether the dew has set in and potentially softened up the seam. So we might be looking for a replacement ball. We'll just wait for confirmation. Just as we have a short break, I'd like to acknowledge and thank
75 রানে 4 উইকেট 12 ওভার শেষ পার্থ আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ অস্ট্রেলিয়ার পার্থ প্রতিক্রিয়া একটি দেশ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানের টার্গেট দিয়েছে
DXC Technology, Thrifty, Kookaburra, Territory Sports Medicine and Gatorade. A massive thank you for your support, making this fantastic competition possible. So the umpires are looking for a ball in similar condition. It's at the 12 over mark. Mentioned Kookaburra as being a partner here. The Kookaburra turf ball used in all matches this year. They've been a wonderful introduction for this 2025 top end series.
We have lost a couple of balls at this venue as well. Obviously, Tim David hit a couple on the roof, which was entertaining. And even in the top end series, we had quite a few through the cow corner over there near the light tower, go out the road and not be found. So we've had to replace the ball a few times, thanks to Kookaburra.
If anyone's out running the Abala Loop here in Marara, there's a chance that they might find a cricket ball that's been deposited by one of these.
75 রানে 4 উইকেট 12 ওভার শেষ পার্থ আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছেন আজকেও বাংলাদেশ জিতে যাবে গতকালকে নেপালকে হারিয়ে আজকে বাংলাদেশ পার্থের সাথে লড়তেছে প্লিজ যারা যারা লাইভ দেখতেছেন প্লিজ চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন প্লিজ 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 একটা করে লাইক করে দিবেন প্লিজ
Straight to backward point. There wasn't a lot of pace on it. Fielder came in, was unable to make a direct hit that might have made things interesting. We're just continuing to put the Bangladesh fielders under pressure. This one's uppish.
সুন্দর সুন্দর ফিল্টার বাংলাদেশ
Short cover. I was blinded by the fielder who dived full length. May need a replay to see if that carried half a chance at best if it did, but they may be the moments that Bangladesh need if they're going to restrict Perth from the 48 runs required. Curtis again through cover, this time beats the gap. That will run into the boundary for more impressive signs from Joel Curtis.
He's in the action there, a fifth. This time it's gone just to his right. He couldn't quite reach it. And the one before, he was quite athletic in the catching attempt. It's all happening. There's still a big chance here. If they can pick up a wicket, things can change.
80 রানে 4 উইকেট 12 ওভার 3 বল শেষ পার্থ
3 bowled and an LB, and that's been a trend over the last few days, so it could be bowling stump to stump.
Curtis works the onside for one. Steve, I mentioned the collapse of the Perth Scorchers yesterday. They were cruising at 3 for 70 before being 8 for 100. The catalyst for that was taking the power surge. They lost their first wicket of Hobson after taking that. So I just wonder if they'll learn their lesson and hold the power surge back. Just continue to work the ball around to try and chase down these remaining runs.
সুন্দর সুন্দর ফিল্ডার বাংলাদেশ, সুন্দর ফিল্ডার।
So they can just work it now.
The only reason would be to try and improve your net run rate if you've got a feeling that you might be level on points.
আবারও একটি উইকেট চলে গেল, আবারও একটি পাথর উইকেট চলে গেল বাংলাদেশের হাতে। আবারও একটি উইকেট চলে গেল বাংলাদেশের হাতে। 81 রান, 5 উইকেট, 12 ওভার 5 বলে। আবারও একটি উইকেট চলে গেল পার্থ। আজকের খেলা বাংলাদেশ বনাম পার্থ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে 9 উইকেটে, পার্থ 81 রানে 5 উইকেট, 13 ওভার শেষ।
Delivery that was the wicket, unfortunately, that replay, sorry to the viewers, but that was an absolute beautiful delivery. This might be the wicket now. Nope.
Waiting with bated breath to
best ball of the day so far. We want to see it again.
I'm sure they'll get it for us in a moment, but crucial thing is that's now 5 down, and we're starting to get into this middle and ladder order of the Perth Scorchers, which has shown more than vulnerability throughout the T20 top end series.
81 রানে 5 উইকেট, 13 ওভার শেষ পার্থ। বাংলাদেশ 124 রানে টার্গেট দিয়েছে।
Steady the ship after a couple of quick wickets. Curtis to face the first over the next end. Chowdhury, left armour back into the attack.
Game on again, wicket changes everything. Bangladesh supporters, all of a sudden decibels have raised, enthusiasm has raised.
Yeah, plenty of support. Game has sprung to life. Curtis again pushing hard for 2, deciding against it. Fielder did well there, picking up with one hand, firm throw back into the wicket keeper. Bringing some Spores on strike.
So a fair bit of protection behind square again. We do have one long and straight, but there's still plenty of twos around.
Don't want to moz him, but Spores had a first baller yesterday. Can he navigate that today? Yes. Played out to deep cover.
সুন্দর সুন্দর ফিল্ডার বাংলাদেশ, সুন্দর ফিল্ডার।
Authority to start for Matthew Spores. Got some tidy leg spin in the first innings.
প্লিজ চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, প্লিজ সবাই চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, প্লিজ প্লিজ
Just a little bit too much width there from Chowdhury, able to free the arms.
Curtis advances, looking to put Chowdhury under pressure.
সুন্দর
Gone
ফিল্ডার।
hard out to the deep cover fielder, who's just managed to prevent the 4. They will come back for 3. Joel Curtis hasn't gone into his shell, looking to continue his positive approach.
Yeah, he's been here for a while now and he's starting to look really comfortable, scoring pretty comfortably all around the wicket.
Spores takes 1 down to third man.
the run rate really has never got any stage out of hand. It's because of their positive intent from the word go. They would have learnt from the first innings. We're probably a little bit critical of Bangladesh and their approach, and the Scorchers have definitely come out and been very busy.
Last ball of the 14th over. Good pace. Chowdhury really bent the back and got that one to skip through the wicket.